Hi friends, my name is Michelle Renee, but you all call me Giggles. Please don't mind the outfit. It was, I filmed something as a favor to a friend for a funny quarantine thing, so I'm just deciding to rock it for the rest of this video. So, I wanted to do something that I think is a little unique to the theater. I could be wrong, so don't come after me. But, I haven't really seen anybody else share about this on YouTube. So I want to be one of the first theater people to put it out there and hopefully get the ball rolling and inspire other people to do it, because I think it's a really great habit. So, in 2019, 2018, one of those years, I was in a little musical that we all know and love called Into the Woods, and I kept a character diary. I played Little Red Riding Hood. So, oh, it was 2018. It was 2018. I document. So, yes, this is my actual character diary. It's really small, I know, but this is actually the first character that I really went all out in, kind of like, really getting to know, and to the point where I like wrote a diary entry every day. So I thought it would be really fun if I read a little bit of my character diary to you guys in my character voice, and you guys can get to see what my version of Little Red Riding Hood was thinking. I played with Gretel and her brother Hansel today. They're always so nice, but their stepmother's mean and keeps pushing me out of their house. But whenever they're at my house or Granny's, my mother or Granny always cook for us. Why won't their stepmother cook for me? Perhaps she didn't want to... Oh my goodness, I did a blooper. Perhaps she did not have a mother who treated her friends. Gretel always looks so sad to go back home after we play. I think she misses her father. I've never seen him, but I hear he's always working. I met a girl around my age named Alice. I like sitting beside her, but Alice seems quite strange, going on about smiling cats and madmen serving her tea, not to leave out how she had drunk from a small bottle branded, "Drink me! You'd have to be a fool to drink such potential poison." But then she told me about the cakes, miraculous cakes that make you grow big. I'm sure that's a dessert Mother would have no qualm with me eating. Alice is a strange girl, but I like her. Granny fancied a visit today, so Mother and I prepared something for her. I walked her back home, and how strange. I met someone in the woods. Mother always warns me to never talk to strangers, but this girl merely wished me well. She looked friendly and pretty enough to be a princess. She told me to always have grace on those who would do harm. I'm not sure what she meant by that, but I'm sure she meant well. I don't think I've ever met somebody with skin as white as hers or hair as ebony. I hope she too remains safe and does not talk to strangers. A strange man came into town today. He had a rifle, so I assumed he was a hunter. But instead of boar or beast, he held bushels of green and white cabbage. The most delicious looking cabbage I'd ever seen. I asked him if I could try some of the green, but he said I'd turn into a donkey if I ate it. I know he just wanted to keep it all to himself. Could you imagine? Green cabbage that turns you into a donkey? I'll bet he'd say the white cabbage turns you back into a human. I used to see this girl selling matches in town, but I don't see her anymore. I wonder what happened. My mother took me to the baker's today. I can't help but eye everything in the shop. It all looks so good. And my mother always gets the best. We got loaves, buns, rolls, pies, you name it. We got just a couple sweets. Mother knows I like to eat them too much. On the way home, we stopped by this shambled house. I wasn't familiar with it, but my mother gave one of our loaves to a woman who kept yelling, "Jack!" Gretel and I played together today, but her brother stayed home to collect rocks. Boys are so silly. I think Gretel is becoming shy. Each time I see her, she's much quieter and she shakes every now and then. Perhaps she is nervous? Afraid of something? But when my mother prepares supper, Gretel brightens up and eats with such vigor, like me. I see her sneak some morsels home, but that's okay because I do the same thing. Goldilocks is so mean. She never shares anything. I greet her even though everybody else calls her no good. Today, despite being friendly to her, she stole some of my berries. So I followed her home. I didn't know she lived in the woods like Granny. And there on the table were 3 bowls of porridge. When she wasn't looking, I ate some from every bowl. Then I left. I'm sure her mother will be very disappointed when she thinks Goldilocks did it. I visited Granny again. On the way there, I saw the strangest thing. A tiny man, even smaller than I, dancing around a campfire. He kept yelling his own name for the whole kingdom to hear. I don't remember how to pronounce it. Rumba Milkskin, Rumor Bunkman, Ramble Bread Eat, Tumble Birkin, Rumpen Zulbinner, Runner Built Dinner, Run and Get Dinner. Oh, I wonder what my mother's preparing for supper tonight. I saw a duck today, but it was really ugly, so I kept walking. This crazy boy kept shouting, "Wolf! Wolf!" And my mother and I were so frightened we kept still in our home all day. But the boy's father kept saying he was making it all up and there was no wolf. How dare he frighten us? I hope a wolf does come along and gobbles him up to teach him a lesson. Alice told me about the cursed plum tree. It belongs to a wicked wizard, so it's best to stay clear of it. Well, today, I saw a girl pluck a plum from it. I asked her why she did that, and she said her name is Prunella because she takes a plum every day. It reminded me of myself, since I wear my red hood every day. Those plums sure looked really yummy. I went to the baker's today for the first time all by myself to ask if they made any plum pies, but the baker said no. His wife gave me some sweets for free, though. I mustn't tell my mother. Granny told me about that boy from a few days ago, the one who kept crying wolf. A real wolf did appear, and it did gobble him up. I didn't mean it when I said I'd hope that had happened.